WWE superstar and Raw Women's Champion Alex Bliss with us here on SportsCenter. Thank you so much. With SummerSlam a week away, I know you are very busy, so thank you for stopping by. But we want to know about you, Alex, because you become one of the most one of the most popular superstars in WWE, men, women. Why do you think that is?
Oh, well, thank you. I don't really consider myself that, but, I think, I've been given such an amazing opportunity with WWE and to really have just so much fun with every opportunity that they've given me, and I just try to run with it and have fun with it and, see what I can do for this division.
I want to go back to WrestleMania and that experience for you. 70,000 fans, Camping World Stadium, you hear your music, you hear it hit. What's going through your mind in that moment?
Oh my gosh, WrestleMania was amazing. It was my first WrestleMania ever. In WrestleMania as the SmackDown Women's Champion and going down that 80-yard ramp, I just remember standing there taking it all in like, wow, this is WrestleMania. And then the second thought in my head was, my little legs have to go really fast because that is a really long ramp and we only have a certain amount of time to get there. So it was amazing. It was so much fun. My whole family was there and it was just, it's definitely the highlight of my career. I will never get anything higher than that.
Now, WWE Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon has talked to us on SportsCenter just about the evolution of women in WWE. You're in the front and center. How do you think it's evolved?
Oh my gosh, it is such a wonderful time to be a woman in WWE right now. We started off with, our divas having these opportunities, and wanting more, and then the crowd was starting to see that, and they started the hashtag Give Divas a Chance, and that just went viral, and it just made this whole movement, and it started with the 4 Horsewomen. They were given the opportunity to show that, our women deserve longer matches, our women deserve, main event spots, and we're getting that now. And it is such amazing time for women because, our 4 Horsewomen, they've paved the way for us, but, I wasn't a 4 Horsewoman. So I made it my duty to, make sure that I take this women's revolution and evolve it into something more and to keep it going and to show that, our women in NXT that they're ready to keep it going, and it's been amazing.
And you're part of that continuing evolution. You're part of the new cast coming up on the show on E this fall. When you got that call, Total Divas, and you're one of just 3 new faces, you get that call, and what sort of validation is that for you for all the hard work you put into this point?
Oh, I was so excited when I was told I was going to be on Total Divas because I had always watched Total Divas, right. And I thought it was really cool. And then I remember my best friend Kaylin actually called me, and she was just like, "Why are you on Total Divas? You're not even that interesting." And
this is your best friend?
She keeps me in check. She keeps me humble.
So your former best friend? Go
No,
on.
my truest best friend because she's super honest.
I see.
And it's been so exciting, and I'm on there with Nia Jax and Carmella, and Nia Jax and I are super close. And to have that bond with somebody and to be able to show that on Total Divas has been so much fun, and we call each other out on stuff, we have our little moments, but then we always come back together, and it's been a lot of fun.
And you know what makes you so real and people they want to know about you and everything is what you share with the folks and how human and real you are. Earlier on SportsCenter, you did share a struggle with a near fatal eating disorder. How was the reaction to that, and why do you think people related to that?
The reaction to that, I was actually really nervous talking about that for the first time, and that was the first time I really publicly spoke about it, about, hey, I had an eating disorder twice, almost died from it, kind of put myself out there, and I've had such a positive feedback from that, and it was very surprising because, being in the position that we're in, we put ourselves out there for critiques and people to criticize us and, pick us apart, but, it was really refreshing, and the fact that people were so accepting, it was amazing because I feel like it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. Body image is a thing. Like, people have issues with their body image, and I just want to be that person that says, I've been there, I've been through it. I mean, I did a hospital visit when we were in, I think it was Rome, and the patients there had eating disorders, and they didn't know that I had an eating disorder, and I was visiting, and these kids, they weren't even making eye contact with me. They weren't looking at me. They weren't responding. But then as soon as they heard that I had an eating disorder and I had gone through it, they started asking questions. They made eye contact. They were very receptive, and it was just amazing. And to be able to connect with somebody that's going through it is something that I'm really passionate about. And I just want to say, there is life outside of a scale and outside of a size and outside of a weight, and it's amazing.
Right, to measure yourself in other ways, right? To judge yourself and judge your successes in other ways. We also understand that you are an animal lover.
Oh.
What can you tell us about one of your pets named Larry Steve?
Oh my gosh. So Larry Steve is actually my pet pig. I kind of got him without my fiance's permission, but it was for Total Divas. And I saw Larry Steve, and he's adorable. I just love him to pieces. He is deaf, so it's very challenging to, you know, teach little commands. But I have taught him to sit and to eat an apple, and it's the cutest thing ever because he like spreads his legs and opens his mouth real big, and it's oh my gosh, it's adorable.
Where does he sleep?
He has a crib.
Oh,
he has a crib.
He has a crib. He is very spoiled.
Yeah.
He is, and my dogs love him, and he loves the dogs.
How many animals do you have?
I have 3.
you have a farm.
I should have a farm, but you know, my fiance, he helps tremendously. My parents help tremendously. My mom is obsessed with Larry Steve. Like, she comes over every day, and she bought him a baby like backpack, one of those little baby things. Yes. And she was carrying him around yesterday in that.
Like a baby.
Oh, like a baby
like
Bjorn,
a baby.
like a pig.
That's exactly what it is.
How big will Larry Steve get when he's full grown?
So his parents are 40 pounds.
What?
Is that big for a pig? I don't know.
Well, pigs can be up to like 500
That's
from what I've heard.
right.
But you know what? Here's the thing. The vet says it's very hit or miss, that they could be 40 pounds or they could be 500. So,
Right.
you know, I just think, you know what? If he's 500 pounds, he's 500 pounds of love. You know
There
what
we
I'm
go.
saying?
So who sold you this deaf, possibly gigantic pig? Like, did you pay money? Did you pay money for
Well,
this
we got
pig?
him from a pig farm.
Right.
They had all these little pigs, and he was the runt, and it was so cute because they shook the
babe.
food, and all the pigs ran, and Larry Steve didn't because he couldn't hear it, so he was just standing, and I was like, I want you.
Did you
you're
name Larry Steve, or was he already?
So I wanted to name him either Larry or Steve, and Nia Jax was with me, and she was like, she just started calling him Larry Steve. Because, you know, I'm a big fan of like Impractical Jokers and how he always goes, Larry, and like yells for nobody named Larry.
Right.
And then Steve, I've always just like Steve. So I just think it'd be fun to have a pet named Larry Steve, and it's the best reaction whenever I tell people his name. They're just like, Larry Steve? And I'm like, yes, Larry Steve.
All right, let's get back. We'll get back to the business at hand here. We know that SummerSlam is coming up later this month in Brooklyn. We know you're on the card. We don't know who you're facing, and maybe you can't share this with us. But who would you like to face?
I mean, I'm going to have a tough opponent no matter who it is. You know, I know this week Nia Jax and Sasha Banks face each other to decide who does face me at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was a little cocky with it. I'm not going to lie. And I was like, I'd give anybody the opportunity to lose to me at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
But here's the thing. So I have Sasha Banks, who was one of the 4 horsewomen, who has, you know, taken this revolution to where it is. And then I have Nia Jax, who is my close friend, but is also twice my height. So...
The choice is kind of.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would love to have a match against Nia Jax. I would love that.
Yeah.
But I know, you know, I'd rather have her on my side
Yeah.
than against me.
Right.
And, you know, I've faced Sasha before. You know, she's a great competitor. And, you know, she keeps trying to get my title, and I'm not going to let it happen. So if she wants to try again at SummerSlam, she's more than welcome to.
Okay. All right. So we know that your power move is Twisted Bliss.
Yes.
I came up with one,
did.
and maybe it's just something you could say after you win. You could just like, you've been bliss missed. Oh. Right? Like you've been dismissed, like class bliss missed. Like your chances have been bliss missed. This is for naming my pig Larry Steve.
About
not-
that?
Oh, it's not good. Wow. All right. You can catch SummerSlam August 20th on the WWE Network. Alexa Bliss. Hopefully she retains the title waking up Monday morning. We appreciate it, champ. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.